Welcome to the breakdown. I'm your host, Diane Rembert, avid reader, award winning literary blogger, and the founder of Diamond's Literary World, which is my footprint in the literary industry. Welcome to May. I think spring is slowly coming upon us. This month, I want to highlight some mothers, books that may be about mothers in some way, shape, form, or fashion. To kick the month off, we're going to talk about The Lonely Pole, books 1 and 2 by Takerra Allen. The reason why I did uh, a joint video is because the story just is one big continuation, and I felt like it needed one video to capture its essence. So here we have it. Main character Baby. If you're not familiar, main characters are Trip and Baby. Trip Fontaine and Baby, or Athena. Um, Athena, growing up, wanted to be a dancer, a ballerina, if you will. And it opens up with her mother taking her to an audition at Juilliard. Her mother was one of her biggest supporters. And she meets who comes to be a friend throughout this series, Ray Sean. She gets into Juilliard, and something tragic happens. And Baby is kind of left to fend for herself, if you will. She tries to turn to her family, and her family, for their reasons, I'm not going to say obvious, but for their reasons, which is explained in the book, they or this particular family member chooses not to help her. They feel like Juilliard is a dream. It's not something to pursue. They want her to go and pursue a career. Um, and so, with an $8,000 balance left on her tuition, Baby is forced to do something that she probably would have never done, and that is to go and dance at a strip club named Dreamz. And there she meets some interesting characters. She meets Loke, I think his name is Loke, but I'm not sure. She meets another dancer by the name of Portia, Nyema, and Rocsi. They are very prevalent throughout this series as well. And they all have a story. Each woman who is there has a story to tell. What this series actually does is it tells you, it gives you the background. It gives you, we often hear, a stripper is, she strips because she's paying her tuition through med school, law school, grad school. She's doing it to support her family. You found a little bit of all of this throughout this series. Everybody, even the DJ, and I'm not going to tell you who he is, but even he had a reason to be there. He was even there to pay his tuition. And so, but the one thing that Baby learned is that a stripper's life hardens you. And throughout this series, we saw where she became hard, and then she became broken. But while she was there, she meets, oh so fine, Trip Fontaine of the infamous Fontaine Boys, or Fontaine family. And, it's an instant chemistry. However, Trip is kind of reluctant when he finds out that Baby is a dancer. Now, mind you, he's there because Portia is his sister. And he's there to just make sure she's okay, kind of serving like security for her. And so, he makes regular visits there. He keeps coming back. Yes, he comes back for his sister, but he's also coming back because he's so enthralled, or so mesmerized by this young woman. Now, baby is only 19 years old, has no idea, of the people that she's getting involved with. People try to warn her about Trip. You don't know who he is. People try to warn her about other people in the club. Chic. I'm not going to give Chic too much airplay. Just know that if there was a villain of villains, it would be Chic. Chic, oh, I could not stand him. But anyway, and in the series, it's showing you that each woman starts off, like I said, with a purpose. Some get caught up in the lifestyle, they get caught up in the money, and then others, I don't want to say they get a come up, but some find love and they actually leave that lifestyle alone. Others leave because, you know what, my tuition is paid off, I'm graduating, I'm out, if they can. But you'll have to read the book, the series, to find out who actually makes it, who actually gets caught up, and who actually falls by the wayside, if you will. And so back to Trip and Baby. Again, Trip doesn't want to commit. And it's not just with Baby. He doesn't want to commit with anyone. She knows that he has somebody at home or someone that he's dating. And she just, as much as she doesn't like it, she kind of falls into that side piece role. If you've ever been there, ladies, it's not an easy place. And some gentlemen, as well, it is not an easy position to be in. And so she tries to keep herself working, practicing for her recitals, maintaining certain friendships, and not give her heart to someone who doesn't want to give his to her. But when love calls your name, as Kim says, there's nowhere to hide, baby. And she could not hide from him, and from love. I don't think she was trying to hide from him. She was trying to hide from love, and she just couldn't. But then again, neither could he. Now, the one thing that, the realness of this series, every woman had the good story or the background story, but she also had the man or the person she was dealing with in her life. And some people don't like to see you happy. Some people love to dig up dirt and throw salt on your name. And we saw that more than once in this series. I love the issues that Takerra Allen chose to address. She addressed rape. She addressed murder. She addressed the street lifestyle. She addressed the stripper's lifestyle and how lonely it is. Because at the end of the day, people have their preconceived notions of you, but you're just trying to live, and it becomes a lonely life. And then when someone claims that they love you, sometimes they can't deal with the backlash that comes with it, so they choose to push you to the side in order to maintain or to save face, if you will. Again, you saw that in this book a few times. And it almost made me want to cry, especially in book 2, because 2 particular women found love. They found love. They found the one that was designed or created just for them. And because of who they were on the stage or in that VIP room, they almost lost out on the love of their life. You know, they had to go through things that were so unnecessary. In one particular case, you know, you don't think about the children that are involved and how they get caught up. You know, is it fair to them? But then, you know, you look at today's times and you see so many women drag their children through so much. It's unbelievable. But this is the life of the lonely pole. I do recommend this series. Part one, I was into part one. Part two, it got deep for me. I think because it got dark. It got dark, and I found myself putting it down. But then I had to pick it back up and, you know, just deal with what Takerra was putting on the table, what she was placing in front of us. Now, if you're thinking about getting this series, she has said time and time again that this series will not be in paperback. So you can only purchase it on Amazon in ebook fashion. Again, any book that is reviewed here on the breakdown can be purchased from the Diamonds Literary World Amazon storefront. This is not a shameless plug. This is just so that, because I constantly get questioned, and I do get calls from people who want to know how they can go about getting the books that I review. So I just wanted to remind you there. But I'll tell you what, Takerra Allen definitely has a gift. She's so talented. She's so talented. Her latest series is Seasons of Fidelity. I have not started that yet, but you know that I will be bringing that here. She also has The Power of the V. Please do not be deceived by that title. Oh my God, those Bell sisters. And part two to that is More Power. She has Devout and To Devout. Heaven's Hell. The Thicker Than Water series, part 1, 2, and 3. She also has An Affair in Mount Hill. So she has quite a few books. And I know she's working on something right. Oh, and I forgot Restricted. So she's got quite a few books for you to go and check out. If you're not connected with Takerra Allen but would like to be, on Instagram she's by Takerra Allen. On Facebook, Takerra Allen. And she's also on Twitter as by Takerra Allen. Go check her out. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch the video. Thank you for continuing to leave the comments. I appreciate you guys so much. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. Until next time, happy reading and be blessed.